RFK has announced the suspension of his campaign. But was the suspension of his campaign in exchange for something?
I would love you to do so. And I think it'll be so good for you and so big for you. And we're going to win. We're going to win.
This is an excerpt of a phone call that took place between Donald Trump and RFK. As is well reported, RFK was not aware that cameras were rolling when he took the phone call from Donald Trump on speakerphone. But what is it that Trump was promising RFK? What is the quid pro quo at work here? After this phone call, Kennedy and Trump scheduled a meeting for July to take place in Milwaukee. Trump was not able to meet with Kennedy at Mar-a-Lago, where he had successfully used his Make America Great Again super PAC to enrich himself by nearly $250,000 since the start of the 2024 campaign cycle in February of 2023, because Trump was on the campaign trail. During the meeting, the Washington Post reports that Kennedy was promised some type of role in Trump's administration. Notably, RFK is consistently speaking about vaccines. This implies some type of role in health and human services or a related influential role concerning policy in this area. Importantly, RFK attempted to meet with Kamala Harris's campaign to secure a cabinet position in exchange for his endorsement as well. However, those efforts were quickly over before they even started. Recent developments suggested Trump said yes to that same proposal. Given what took place in Pennsylvania, Trump garnered political capital that he needed. Political capital that he spent with Elon Musk. In January of 2024, Elon Musk leaned heavily toward RFK, and that leaning was well earned. The records of RFK's super PAC, American Values 2024, reflect that RFK spent over $1.2 million with X, which was formerly Twitter, that was purchased by Elon Musk. RFK's spending with similar social media companies with more subscribers paled in comparison. With Meta, he spent $7,818. And with Google, he spent $3,010. Significant spending with X was needed because the company's value plummeted significantly once Elon purchased it in the fall of 2022, placing the banks which funded the transaction in the worst deal since the financial crisis. This meant that Elon needed a powerful ally, an ally that could provide him with a type of leverage that banks would both recognize and respect. After what took place in Butler, Pennsylvania, Trump's first major interview was on X. Elon Musk seized the opportunity to access Trump's political cachet. In turn, Trump seized the opportunity to speak to millions of people at one time, as well as pull Elon further in.
And what I'm going to do, one of the first acts, and this is where I need an Elon Musk, I need somebody that has a lot of strength and courage and smarts. I want to close up Department of Education.
After the interview, Trump floated the idea of appointing Elon Musk as a cabinet member or advisor. Interestingly, Trump's super PAC had only spent $1,792.20 with X for online services. During the same period in which Trump's super PAC spent the money for those services, RFK's super PAC spent $500,000 for the same services. What's important here is that the three men needed something that the other one had. RFK needed exposure and a connection that would allow for more leverage and publicity. Elon Musk was in need of something that banks would recognize and respect and give him influence over his funding. Donald Trump was in need of more votes because Kamala Harris was now in the race. Votes which RFK held firmly in his grasp. But RFK pursued more than just Elon to legitimize his eventual offer to Trump. FEC records reflect two people primarily funded American Values 2024, the super PAC supporting RFK. Gavin DeBecker and Timothy Mellon. But why would these funders allow Trump to take RFK seriously? While Timothy Mellon had given considerable funding to RFK's super PAC, Timothy had given even more to Trump. RFK's endorsement of Trump could potentially mean not only more votes for Trump, but also, and perhaps more importantly to Donald Trump, more money from Timothy Mellon to counter the hundreds of millions of dollars Kamala Harris had raised in mere days. Importantly, unlike other third-party candidates whose super PACs are intentional about holding their accounts at different banks than the mainstream parties, RFK's super PAC was strategic in banking with Chain Bridge Bank, the same small Virginia-based bank that Preserve America, Future 45, Make America Great Again, and Trump for President, all super PACs supporting Donald Trump for president, also bank at, allowing for the same concentrated group of persons to manage RFK's super PAC finances as Trump's. RFK also has another card in his back pocket to leverage. A person which Trump is looking to for funding to float his campaign, and a person who RFK has held events with, Miriam Adelson. The same Miriam Adelson Trump gave a Medal of Freedom to, and the same Miriam Adelson who Trump made promises to and fulfilled during his first term as president. The same Miriam Adelson that to date has provided $5 million to Preserve America, Trump's super PAC, but is teasing more. Being willing to take on RFK in a role could help to cement Miriam's $100 million plan for Donald Trump. Seemingly, RFK was never a serious candidate for president. Documents and data suggest his motive was always to obtain a powerful position in which he could exert influence. Toward that end, he secured relationships with those surrounding and funding Trump in order to get the attention of Trump and leverage him with a powerful quid pro quo that Trump cannot resist. What a second Trump presidency could look like is seemingly already playing out. I'll catch you next time. Peace.